Ladies and gentlemen, we're in for a treat tonight. The views stated in this track are solely of the Block himself and cannot be reproduced or retransmitted except by Block Basics Productions, BBP, and their affiliates.
Trunk it a little bit, cuz. Yeah, no, I'm serious about bringing you down. Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 445 of the Terrell Effect, where I have the pleasure of hosting Acewonda. How's it going, King?
I'm doing great, man. Appreciate you. Pleasure to be on here. Thanks for having me.
No problem, no problem. We got some music from you, courtesy of MJ's Hip Hop Connects. I want to shout out MJ's Hip Hop Connects for making the connection. We're here in part because of the Village Global Network. Village Global Network, we make the network reaching over 193 countries worldwide. Also, because of Expose the North, we go there and beyond, and Culture Shock, we are the product. We also have the magazine for those who are unseen in the scene, Culture Shock Magazine, as well as Culture Shock Radio. You're in the mix, come get your fix. Oh my gosh, the first 2 minutes is usually plugs because we got me and the boys wrestling every Monday at 7 p.m. And be sure to check out Hosting Under Insanity at 6 p.m. today on xrpradio.co.uk. And you can join them if you add /chats. Whew, okay. Now that I've done that work. If I'm not mistaken, the album is called The Odyssey?
The Odyssey of One.
The Odyssey of One, okay. That's an interesting title. It's an interesting title. It had me captivated. Now, when I uploaded it, I didn't. It went in alphabetical order as opposed to in your playlist order. So when I play it, I'm going to be playing it kind of like that. But if we were to start, like, if you were to redo the order, what song would you start with?
I'd start with the one that I chose first, Champion. I wouldn't switch up things. If I got a chance to switch it up, I wouldn't switch up the first one anyway. Maybe some tracks in between, but the first one, I'm coming with Champion a second time around.
All right. So we're gonna start with that one there. I like that, and it's ironic because we just went to go visit our local basketball champions, the Niagara River Lions.
Okay.
They won the CEBL championship last year. I find it hard to believe that we didn't have something to do with it, like creating some of that positive energy, because I proposed to my fiance at the opening game of last year, and then they went on to win the championship. So I think like the positive energy that everybody was feeling kind of helped them ride through that. So we went out and that's obviously the hard work of the players and the staff and all of that stuff. But you know what I mean? I'm not taking away from that, but it feels good to know you're a part of a championship team. So we went and took some pictures with that, the trophy. So to start with Champion I find it to be funny. So let's get into this track.
And congrats to you, brother. Congrats on that, man. That's big.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Now I wasn't thinking when I did it. I was thinking I wanted to make her feel special, but at the same time, I wasn't thinking I'd have to top that for the wedding. So,
has the wedding happened yet?
No, not yet. We're still planning it because it has to be like I know how to make it better than opening day, but it's just going to take a little bit of choreography and coordination.
You set the bar high, but just do it, man. Just do it. Don't think too hard on it. Just make it happen.
All right, that's awesome. Okay, so let's get into the song Champion.
Let's do it.
For anyone that doubted, your silence is speaking volumes. I've made my family the proudest, and each release has been awesome. Some waiting on me to fall, so I'm passing my peak this autumn. Exceeded my expectations, now I reach from all of them, always into improving. Finding more ways to be fluent. Younger me wasn't true when I was in school hallways hustling to stop it. You can't predict this outcome. Folks encourage dropping singles weekly. Me, I'm geeking, giving them outlets, looses in between. I'm in control like a lucid dream. You're losing steam and standing still. You swear Medusa intervened. I'll introduce you to the new regime of superhuman beings. Please meet me, myself, and I, elite rhyme and inclusive team. I'll be dining on proofs that bring that to impress. Who wanna smoke? I'll make you eat your words till they choke you to death. I'm lyrical, in the flesh like a lethal dosage effect. Like Jokic, not the best, but respected when approached by the vets. I'm a threat. Pay attention, my expansion is the mad one. I feel like I've been training verse after verse, don't even have to rehearse. Last one was done on one take, meaning it was great on the first. True, I'm not selling out shows, just in my basement creating. But we can go bar for bar, and I bet I'm making a statement. I fell back from the streets, replacing that time blacking on beats. Feel it's blasphemous beat. You say the God ain't actually a beast. I can offer something poetic without curses and said it. Using words to uplift our people. I know my conscious folks get it. How about technical rhyme schemes with entendres behind the scenes, syllables matching incredible fashion. I'm a punchline king. I can double time two tap dance on the track every chance. I'm a snap hot shoe. Plus cats with a fresh rap. You can bet that I progress at any grind that I choose. Chew my way out the trap. Eating good, hustle and packs. If motivational music you need, I can plug you with that. In fact, I'm a great storyteller. I ain't have to tell you a knack. Just heard the tale of a brother excelling it when I slack. Pay attention, my expansion is the mad one. I feel like
Okay, all right. See, this is why I like to wait until I have the artist on the show before I listen to the track for the first time, because I get my genuine reaction.
Okay.
This beat is menacing. All right. Like your flow, and I don't want to take away from the cadence or the anything, but like it's like you're trying to be nice to someone that you have to correct. It's like you're talking to the industry kind of thing, and you're trying to be nice, even though you know you don't have to be with your words, kind of thing. That's what I'm getting from this. That's just my interpretation. You know what I mean? Like there's I can't wait to hear some more of these tracks because you have an original flow. I was gonna compare you to somebody, and I'm like, no, I haven't heard anything like this. It's fresh. It's new. Like in the sense of not like the cookie cutter hibbity hibbity hey, skibbity flibbity blah that we're hearing on the internet nowadays. So
Thank you, man. I appreciate that big time.
no problem, no problem. Everybody's got to get their roses. It's like some people forget that there's thorns on them though.
How about that? I like that.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
if you want the praise, sometimes it comes with criticism. And I myself, I know I have to get better at dealing with the criticism because when I do my shit, I think I'm the shit. You know what I mean? And you're supposed to. But you know what I mean? There's always, my dad always told me there's a bigger dog in the yard. You know what I mean?
Always,
So,
yeah. That's a fact.
Yes. So he also gave me a little bit of a complex where it came to midgets because he said that, or little people, because he said it takes a small axe to drop a tall tree. So anybody under like 5 foot, I kind of concern myself around because you never know if they're just going to hit me once.
That's wild.
All right. Yeah. Now, I've heard it take a week. I've heard it take years. How long did it take you to put this album together?
Oh man, 6 months.
6 months.
Yeah, 6 months. I want to say, I think we started recording the first track for it sometime in 2024 around June.
Okay.
And we dropped it in December, on December 9th. So it's been out just over 2 months, but from start to beginning, when I heard that first beat, not that song, but it was a different song. That was the first song I recorded.
Okay.
Yeah, 6 months from start to end.
All right. And we'll get more into that when we get right back. All right, we are here with Acewonda,
Yeah, yeah.
talking about the Odyssey of One. And to the best of my knowledge, I don't know the exact definition of Odyssey, but for some strange reason, it's striking me as some kind of voyage or
There you go.
trip, journey of some sort. You know what I mean? An adventure, if you will. So if we're talking about the adventure of one, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
What has been your most adventurous outing over the last year?
That's a good question. The most adventurous outing over the last year. Oh man. Um, hmm.
Time for reflection.
You know, I gotta think probably going around out with my daughters. So
Okay.
they do gymnastics and they compete at a high level, and two of them do, and I got a third one that's just starting. But I'm one of those sports dads to where the kid, I'm traveling with my child, and
I
they're
know.
in competitive gymnastics. So, kind of hopping from state to state, it'd be an adventure. So we'll be like in Virginia, Tennessee. We got to hit Florida in a couple months, but over the last year, I would say it's been a competition. They won the nationals. They came in first, so they became national champions and in acro gymnastics, and that's my 10-year-old. So that was
Congratulations.
an yeah, appreciate that, appreciate that, bro. But that was an adventurous outing because if you've been, I don't know if you have children, but anyone that has kids or a nephew or anyone you just follow sports, or you were one that did sports and your parents followed you, it's always kind of interesting when you're going to play against other teams or you're going to compete and you're traveling to another city, town, or state. And I get a kick out of it just looking at my kids do their thing. So
Yeah.
that was one of it for me as far as an outing.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, I got to see my daughter. I worked with my daughter at Hawk Manor, so I've seen her perform. I've seen her act. She does like we work at haunted attraction in October.
Okay.
So I've seen how she's able to, what I mean, do the improv. But yesterday was the first time I've seen her perform something like a speech. Not yesterday, sorry. Wednesday. It was the first time I've seen her perform a speech. And she did it for a Black History Month a breakfast. And she kind of sped through it, but I was proud of her for actually getting up there in front of all those people she didn't
Right.
know and like speaking her piece. She did a poem about her hair. And it all came together. So yeah, I understand what you're talking about where it comes to seeing your child like do something with themselves that what I mean you can support and get behind.
Yeah. Yeah, man, that's dope. That's dope.
Mhm. Yeah. So I got this track here, Fearless, which you have to be in order to become a champion.
That's
I
what
would.
it's about. Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna play that one next.
Let's roll.
Stuff every day. The most fearless, one who doesn't care about what people are gonna like and say and do.
I like these motivational things at the beginning of it, like the audio clips.
Yeah, I just, it's sprinkled in there sparingly, but it adds some context to it, give you a deeper meaning.
Show the world who you
Mm.
are. One might not know it, but I'm sure you're a star. Put in the work early mornings, late nights, sacrifice time to grind like the great ones before you.
I feel like we're having a conversation when I'm listening to this music.
That's good. That means I'm doing something right, I feel.
100%.
For it takes the glory, yearning for recognition, thinking when will it begin? It may never happen. What do you do? Throw in the towel, quit crafting, or increase your action? They may be in the fast lane, but can't match your drive. Said this on even rebels, stay grace, so don't act surprised. Keep pushing to the limit. Prepare for hard work ahead. Don't try and cut corners or start looking for a gimmick. Time to face your fears, no being shook or timid. Start and finish. Who cares about how long it took you? Cause you did it.
You can't be afraid to fail. You do well forward and fast. I wanna help you breathe out. Else let you burn down. You can get all through life. Everyone counted you out in the beginning. Funny how things turned around in the end. Sure.
Keep striving for improvement, then you gotta work. No pain, no gain, so get used to feeling lots of hurt. I lock in first, let the politics progress second. Efforts through actions, not the yapping is your best weapon. Don't place your bets wrestling with the thought that I'm a choke. My art is dope, flow nasty like an artichoke. Artists quote me cause I had the goal to share out what I wrote and made it to the top even though they cut my rope. No luck, just hope.
Okay. We're gonna have to talk about your wordplay. We're gonna have to talk. Listen, it's like, all right. No, you got to download this album. I'm not even gonna play. I'm gonna play some songs for you. You're gonna have to go and find this album, The Odyssey, on all streaming platforms.
Yes, sir.
All
Yes,
right,
sir.
The Odyssey of One. The Odyssey of One. Get that on all streaming platforms. Acewonda, Wonda. Okay. Now, if I were to use a metaphor or a simile to describe following your wordplay, it's like running through the woods after an all-star running back and not knowing when he's gonna juke and you're gonna hit the tree.
I like that.
It's
unpredictable.
impactful.
It's unpredictable.
Yes, it's unpredictable and it's impactful.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah. 2-on-1.
Yeah.
I take that. Thank you. I'll take that all day.
No problem, because because I write, right? I do lyrics as well. So I sometimes, and I'm sure you find this, like you find that some wordplay is predictable, where you can, oh, he's talking about a bat, so next he's gonna say rat. Oh, look, there comes the cat. Oh, what did he do? That?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But like yours is definitely not in that like I said, cookie cutter formula. You have your own cadence. It's not you're not even like, even when I'm listening to the song and where your words land on the beat, it does so in such a way that it separates your words from the heaviest tone, but leaves room for you to be heard, if you know what I'm saying. Like, everybody likes to sit on the 1 or the 2, the 3, the 4, and you do that, but it's not, I don't know how to describe it. It's like, it's not off time, but it's in line.
You got it. I know what you're saying. It's kind of hard to explain it, but it's funny. I was having this. It's great that first of all, thank you, because you were able to peep it and to observe it. But yeah, man, it's just something that I do. That's just how I write. Personally, that's just how I write. And when it comes to just being predictable, I think that's something MCs should just strive not to be. You want to be able to keep people on their toes, and someone thinking you, as you said, cat with hat. If they can predict, and sometimes you're gonna be able to predict it, but if your rhyme schemes and your lyrics and verses are too predictable, it might be a little boring. It might be a little boring. So I think it keeps the listener interested, entertained, and it keeps their attention. Because you don't know, as you say, what direction you might lead them lyrically on the beat. So yeah, but it's a great breakdown to hear. I've never heard nobody spit my own style back to me and your interpretation of it. But I will say you were pretty spot on, and I didn't know I did that so much until I started collaborating with other artists and different producers. And when I send them my verses, a lot of times they attempt to line it up. I believe, like you said, possibly on the one or the what you said, and my rhyme scheme, it doesn't always fit that. I'll have to send it back to them how I laid it. But you peeped it, man. I don't want complicated trying to spit it out, but you peeped it. So it says a lot to you and your artistry and how you are able to interpret and listen, because you got a great ear, man.
Thank you, sir. We'll talk more about the music when we get right back. All right, we're here with Acewonda. We were just talking about the breakdown of the beats and all of that stuff. And that's happened to me a couple of times where I on the composition will have it one way, and then I'll send it to the producer, and it'll be offline. So then I'll have to send it back, and we go back and forth a little bit because it's like they don't hear it the way I produced it, kind of thing. So, all right, I want to get some more of your music played here. We got Come Up lined up, and then I'm gonna play Benjamin Button, but I'm gonna do this in a certain way. I'm gonna do a 16 and out, and when I do 16 and out, we have basically we'll play the verse, the hook, and then we'll switch to the next song so we can get more of the content in there. We only got 45 minutes to do this, and this is about an hour-long album.
I'd want to say it's just about 45 minutes. Maybe,
Okay.
maybe about that. Yeah.
All right, so it's long enough for you to put on and do some dishes and throw a load in the laundry. You know what
There
I mean?
you go.
So
Yeah.
do that while you relaxing. You know what I mean? Or it's long enough for you to listen to on a trip from, I don't know, Pickering to Toronto. Just do that. Listen to the music and show the artists some love, because a lot of us are doing it just because we love it. We ain't even doing it for y'all. We doing it because we good at it. We doing it because it needs to be done, because we have to prove a point more to ourselves than anybody else. But like, if you like it and when you hear it, there's no harm in telling someone that you appreciate their craft. It does nothing bad to the world. I don't know why people can't support what they see when it's good. Oh, I can do better than that. Okay, but he did it first, so technically you can't. You know what I mean? If you could have done it better, you would have already done it. I'm just saying, if you had to do it because someone else did it, you were inspired. That's how it works.
That's it. No, that's real. That's real, man. A lot of us, we just do it because we love the art. And nothing more than that. Whether one person hears it or a million people hear it, we're gonna still be creating. I fall into that pocket right there. So, yeah.
All right, so let's drop this track. Come Up.
Look, mama, no hands. I'm afraid I had to let go of the old me. Now I'm slowly rebuilding like some Lego. I'm a winner, but I stay low. You can stick me in the shade, middle of the winter, and see they flow. They want the flow on the road. I'm like, should I own them? Where they go? The fan moves when I say so. With each hit getting bigger, nigga going Jose Canseco. They throw weight on the way, bros. Can't wait to throw more pesos, or it's about to get ugly, but you know one safe when the pace.
Triplets?
I just want to see the notes that's in my safe.
Okay.
The nominations, you totally see no time mistakes, no. My little homie used to re-up with stacks and singles, bring him apologizing, but wouldn't look me in my face, so I'm like, damn, get your cake, yo. Next thing I know, he had his own co-workers on payroll with an overwhelming caseload. I was so chilly, called queso. Stand back, let me bake mo. But haters try and stop your bread, you find a way to make dough. Now watch out, let me make dough. Creeping on a come up. Sometimes you keep quiet, level up the surprise, and that's why. Creeping on a come up. No matter what state grind, victory's about time. Keep pushing forward with the passion, break every mind. So the blueprint of your life, the work in progress, keep design. Whatever you think, I hope you pray that you will find. Cause when you hit your goal, we all gonna see you shine it. You will.
Okay.
As I got older,
Benjamin Button.
To no surprise,
Yeah.
I'm gonna outlast you, call me Benjamin Button. I'm a grown man, you can't tell me nothing. As I age, I just got richer, not the victim, but the victor. Fast keep on coming, this OG stunting on them youngins, call me Benjamin Button. I'm a grown man, you can't tell me nothing. When I was in my 20s, I thought 30 plus was ancient. Steady thinking when I'm that old, how much I be banking. Landed in my 30s, still got Benjamins and Frank.
It's jazzy.
I'm drinking, you know I got marijuana
Good luck.
stinking. Started being motivated to build up my body. No, I'm not talking about Rocky. I just couldn't see me sloppy. Consuming all these audio books in traffic, commuting, benefiting from being still. I was always busy moving. Mental and physical check. Yes, the spiritual's next. Guys, it's the cherry on top. Already feeling so blessed. Started having children, so again, I'm learning patience. My heart would have no children, now love I'm fully embracing. Fell into a career, jobs are cool but never stable. No longer depending on hustling to put food on the table. You see, I found my stride, back to Ballin' every week. On the court, young cats try, but they small and can't compete. As I got older, I got stronger. As you so I'm wiser. To no surprise, I'm faster. And bet I'm gonna outlast you. Call me Benjamin Button. I'm a
I'm a
grown man,
grown
you
man.
can't
You
tell
can
me
tell me
nothing.
Okay.
So are you familiar with the oh, keep it rocking. Go ahead.
To ourselves, right?
Hold on. Talk to me. Yeah. The story of Benjamin Button.
Yeah, you familiar?
Yes, I am.
Okay, great.
It was a good movie. It was interesting. I didn't watch it when it was popular, but I took a moment to watch it like after all the hype fell off.
Yeah,
And the concept is intriguing.
that's all it's about, the concept. And that's sometimes some of the best times to catch a movie or a show, after everything dies down and you go back on your own time and you catch it. You kind of just see it for what it's worth, not in the middle of the hype when you hear everyone in the internet all talking about it. But yeah, man, just talking about getting better as I got older. He was aging backwards. So as his peers got older, he's actually physically getting younger. He's faster, he's stronger. And I was just making that a parallel to me because, I'm wiser, financially in a better state. I'm actually probably in the best shape of my life now, even compared to when I was, in my younger days. So that was just the concept, Benjamin Button on there.
Okay. Yeah, it's funny. I was just out there playing baseball last week.
Word.
Yeah, I thought it was a typo. They said snow pitch tournament. I'm like, all right, cool. Maybe it's low pitch, and they just hit the N instead of the L. So, someone called me up. They're like, hey, you want to play on our team? I'm like, sure. They're like, yeah, we're playing next week. I'm like, oh, next week. February is winter. But it was a fun time. There's some people that slipped. One dude busted his nose. That was terrible. But he was none the worst of it. He was just like playing still like it was nothing. So, it was a good time. Shout out to everybody that put that together. That's like a polar bear plunge. That's a one and done. I don't know if next year the season, like if next year winter looks more like spring this time of year, sure I'll play. I don't know if I'm gonna be skating on ice playing
Well, you
baseball.
got it off your bucket list. You made it happen, and that's what it's about. Going out, just getting active, man.
100%. In my adult life, I've won more championships in my adult life than I have growing up. So, we'll talk more about that when we get back.
No doubt.
All right. So we're here now, episode 445 of the Terrell Effect with Acewonda. We played that track, Benjamin Buttons. We played Honest Reflections. We were playing Honest Reflections. Let's go back to that.
Slimline, we back. Talking early, I'm thinking we owe it to ourselves, right? We owe it to the world to stay true, to stay pure to the craft, keep learning and evolving. The Odyssey of One, Honest Reflections. Hottest flow you never heard, so sure I put my life on it. Up early getting to it with movements before my wife's yawning. I lie dormant, observing and learning. Turn the heat up on hot heads, now they squirming and burning. Don't care about crabs in the bucket or concerned with the vermin. Only the numbers on paper, I'll confirm that I'm earning. Stand firm, turning the corner on brothers lacking. Couple solos finished up, to me and my guys are going back in. Back when I sent off every hour, I checked the track and it been through enough, so bring money up front. Fuck that back end. Thought brothers, they doubted us. I kept it flooded with that drip, bitch. Every drought I crushed, I've been up. I'm the ace with the glow. Like the rose from the concrete, I showed I'm able to grow. I get paid on the go, then I ain't claiming to go. But Josh told me I had a good run about a decade ago. I'm still collecting the dough. No disrespect to your flow. If you can evolve with the times, how you expecting to blow? It's just respect if you know. I stay solid to those deserving. I paid homage. Me and my guys exchanged dollars to the build to trade knowledge. Made a promise to my fam, I will provide and protect. When I was in the game, I played it honest. I was trying my best. That grind got us 7,000 plus square feet on 5 acres. I'm doing iron, I guess, but I'm still iron the next. They want to talk about skills and who's really the nicest. I'm from where if you ain't live it, then you really can't write this. I'm righteous with the bars, beat after beat. I'm catching body after body. I should be on righteous behind bars. Behind these scars, tell the tale of a strong man who was driven. I watch classmates graduate while I check myself in the prison. Lord forgive them, those that prayed I would fall. Please let him watch. After each shot, I catch my own rebound and reset the clock. Set up shop where I lay my hat like a Rolling Stones. Go ahead up with ops. I'm not afraid of that. I can hold my own. I'm older and grown. Put many on the thousands, but no thank you. They see an opportunity to cross you. Watch your ankles. God, I'm thankful. I think for others, not just myself. And took advice from my mother and see every adjustment help. Not a winning hand. Every hustler is dope. But when I shine, I was on the grind. Can say some justice was felt. He flipped the 7, but turned 6 figures over and over. And the game stay low. Know how to hold your composure. I'm the composer, the closer. Y'all poses with some used to be closer, but I'm not loaning for closure. When alone, I got bolder. Some seek strength in numbers. Me and my dogs all solid. You won't find a bitch amongst us. Tree around is bit rambunctious. I break it down line for line. I'm a sniper how I function. That'll get your line in bunches.
Okay. This is some music that I could picture playing at like a gala dinner. You know what I mean?
Appreciate that all day.
It's mature, it's confident, it's conscious. You know what I mean? I don't think I heard any profanity. And if I did, it was so smooth, it just blended in with everything else.
How about that? Yeah. That was one of that's a special track, man. Not only to me, to the listeners and the producer. It was just put together. Even the ending, he trails off and he comes in with the guitar just blaring at the end. It came
Wait, hold
together.
up. Okay. Keep going, yeah.
Yeah, it just came together. One of those things, as a creator, when some things just hit and it comes together, undeniable. This was it. You hear the guitar right there.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I got a friend like that. Where, like, I'll make it instrumental.
Mm-hmm.
And when your friends have talent, like, you know the pieces of your puzzle, right?
Right,
So
right.
I'll make this beat, and then I'll look at making a bass line, and then I'll look at the people I know that play bass, and it's just like, nah, I'll play a bass line to give them an idea, but I'll get them to play the live bass.
Okay.
And there's a couple of songs that just the feeling that I got from that last part right there is the same kind of chill. You know what I mean? Like the soul is being put back into the music instead of just the electronic button pushing kind of thing. So
you said it, man.
Yeah,
This is the producer who I collaborated with on the entire album, produced every beat. His name is Slimline Mother. And he did exactly that. He got my vocals, then he went back and added the guitar. I think it's one of his guys that's within his camp, his internal camp, and had him add some strings, the guitar to it, and just took it out of here. Like, it was a solid track in my opinion. But what he did, post production, took it a few levels up, man. And so, yeah, that's one of the ones right there.
100%. Good day, comic. I got the music working, as you can hear. You know what I mean? I got to check there's so many knobs and faders that I got to look at and adjust in order to get this thing going, that sometimes you overlook one, and it's just, the whole thing is just kaput. You know what I mean? Last week I did a podcast with someone, and I'm there vibing to the music, and they're like, yeah, I can't hear that, bro. And I'm like, what you mean? Like, I can hear it. Why can't you? What the? One knob, bro. One knob. I'm telling you.
That's all it takes.
Yeah. Okay. So this is the second last segment. And this is where I usually flip the script. Now, when I flip the script, I give the guest the opportunity to be the host and say whatever they may have to say or ask any questions they may come up with. So, Acewonda, you have the floor as we flip the script.
Wow. Okay. So if I'm asking you questions and you are a host that interviews tons and tons of artists, let me ask you, what is one thing you would like to see more artists involved with, or hear them talk about more on your platform?
Their community.
That's dope. Give me a little more.
100%.
Like what about like
Okay.
anything or their involvement in the community or what?
Their involvement in the community. Thank you for moderating, by the way, comic. Basically, like I don't expect anyone to move into a place that is labeled as a ghetto, then take the property to court to make sure they have to fix all of the units, then make sure they fix all of the units, then take them back to court when they don't fix the units, and then make sure they fix the units while making sure you hold your unit down.
Hmm.
I mean, I did, but I don't expect anyone to do it like me.
Not everyone's you though, right?
Not everyone's
Everyone
me.
can't be you. Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly. But if you can do more, if like all I want to do, I want to see people. This is another thing I want to see people do. Ask
Mhm.
themselves this one question, and if you feel like you can, then do it. Can I do more?
Mm.
Right.
That's
And
real.
if you can honestly say yes, then do more. If you think you like, there's some days where I wake up and I'll just roll one sit at the table for as much of the day as possible, going over as little as possible because I know the next day's coming and it's going to be hectic.
Mhm.
But there's some days where I get up and I'll do more, like 7 hours I played slow pitch for last week in the cold. So it was nothing for me because I was prepared for it. I got my mind ready for it. But a lot of people jump into these endeavors and they're not ready for what comes with it.
Right.
So they have to ask themselves if they can do more. And I do that every day. I have a one line in a song where I go, can you see success while you see success while you beat the stress and help the rest.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Because yeah, you can be successful, but are you helping anybody along the way? And is that really success?
See success, beat the stress, and help the rest.
Yeah.
So you write and you also produce. You create beats yourself and instrumental.
Yes, sir. Yes,
All
sir.
right. That's dope. That's
Thank you
dope. I
very
haven't
much.
got into that realm. I'm simply on the writing aspect, but that's a true artist for you, man.
Well, not to toot my own horn, but I do play trumpet as well.
There
So,
you go. There you
so you
go.
know, and there's
Right.
people who've known me for a long time and don't even know that. Like, so it's funny. It's funny the kinds of conversations you can have with people. Like I've talked to politicians, I've talked to artists, creatives, business people, and it's like they all have the same as I've noticed one thing. As long as I'm respectful,
Mhm.
I get the best conversations I can have. You know what I mean? And that's one
Oh,
thing
yeah.
I've noticed
That's
in the
definitely.
I have 445 of this episode, and we'll be right back. 445 episodes of the Terrell Effect, 215 episodes of Candid Conversations. Plus, I've done a myriad of different on location performances and everything.
Mhm.
So, um, I've I've seen the best in people when I give them my best self.
It's energy. That says a lot.
Yeah.
Hats off to you and your consistency with you can't fake that. That's putting time and work in. So to be on 445 and you mentioned in the 200s
Yeah.
of a different, ongoing event that you got going on, that shows a lot to your artistry and your work ethic. But yeah, man, you got to lead with, as people say, with respect, and
Yes.
you show it, you get it, and if they don't give it back, that says a lot about them, right?
100%. 100%. And like the skill, I try to make sure. Like I take one day. I'm gonna tell you the honest truth. I take a one day a week where I flex my ego like Hulk Hogan from the '80s. Okay,
Yeah,
or like
yeah.
on some Ultimate Warrior shit. Okay, I I exercise it because there's 7 billion people in the world. Not all of them are gonna like my opinion. Someone's probably gonna say something to piss me off.
Okay.
So I exercise it in a way where I'm not disrespecting anybody, but I'm not letting anybody offend me. It's like protecting my energy kind of thing. And I find in doing that, I've developed a stronger personality, which allows me to understand how to conduct myself better. Be sure, no, one day a week, not just one day, just one day a week, comic.
The same day every week?
Every day, every week, Thursday.
Nope. This Thursday every week. Okay, on the
Every Thursday.
platform or
No, I try to contain that to the general public because
gotcha. Okay. Okay.
some days, like yesterday, I went out. We went to a costume contest, and we were dressed. Me and my fiance dressed as Batman and Wonder Woman.
So
Yeah, yeah. Well, I try to keep it to 1 day a week. Some days it's more, but yeah. And like we just our personality is literally so overt that when we walked into the room, everybody just looked at us.
yeah.
And I'm just like, yeah, that's the response I want. Because you know what I mean? But I'll take that attention and that energy and I'll put it back into something more important. You know what I mean? But
You're not a Leo, are you?
partially, I was born on the cusp,
July?
July 22nd.
Okay, you borderline there. I'm August 1st, and we get that. So I get it. I'm with you.
Yeah, yeah, that's my
I'm
niece's
with you.
birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah. Leos have that strong personality, man. I'm telling you. Even like I even have 2 lion rings on my hand. So
Listen, I know people on the cusp that show all Leo traits. So, for whatever reason, hearing you made me ask. You know what I'm saying? I'm a Leo. My wife's a Leo. Sometimes we get that. So you and your fiance, I'm with you. I understand it.
yep, 100%. So whereabouts are you located? We never got into that.
Yeah, I'm out in Maryland right now. I grew up in Jersey, and then I've
Okay.
been in Maryland for Maryland's my home now, man. Been out here
Okay.
20 years or so, and I'm right outside of. I'm about 30 minutes from Baltimore, so I'm about 45, 50 minutes from DC,
Okay.
30 minutes from Baltimore, in a small town that I moved out here a few years ago and kind of got away from like the city, So I'm in the
Yeah.
cut with the family, kind of tucked away, loving the privacy that we got and just enjoying life, man.
If I heard correctly, you said you got acres? You're sitting on
Yeah,
acres? Okay.
yeah,
Good.
yeah. We got some land, man. I had to try to
Good.
make the money stretch, and the family grew, and so we outgrew. We was in a townhouse, and
Okay.
we had to step it up into a single family home because my father-in-law lives with me. We got a big family, and so it's like how it is. You can spend $10 million and be living in like an efficiency size in the city in some of these cities, or you can step out a little bit more and make your money stretch a little bit more, and that's what I did. So
Yeah. For
we,
what
we
I'm
out here with
paying
a little land.
for my and I'm renting right now because the situation suited it. But for
Hmm.
what I'm paying for rent out here, that gets me a 3-bedroom condo. I would be paying
Oh wow.
for a 2-bedroom. Not. I would be getting a bachelor apartment in Toronto. If
Yeah, yeah, I can imagine. Where are you?
so,
Where are you right
I'm
now?
I'm located in Welland, Ontario. That's like 20 minutes from Niagara Falls, 15 minutes from St. Catharines, 10 minutes from Thorold, 25 minutes from Fort Erie. So there's 3 border cities
Okay.
that go to the States around here. We're getting ready for a couple of events in the summer. I know June 6th we're doing commemorating a bench for Justice for Black Lives. Yeah.
Mm,
And then in August we're planning to do a Afro-Caribbean festival.
that's dope.
So yeah, so there's opportunities abound.
That's dope. I gotta get
Yeah.
out there, man. I've been to Niagara Falls um many, many years ago, but I was just speaking with the missus. It's time to take a trip up there. And buddy, I was just getting off topic, but I was just hooping with like last week. He's like in love with Vancouver. He used to go to school up there, and he was talking about when he leaves or retires or whatever, he knows for sure he's moving back to Vancouver. And
Okay.
he was just telling me about that city, but. Yeah, man, I know a lot of people that love, Canada in general, and different spots and pockets out there. So I definitely want to shoot up there again.
Hey man, and aim for the second weekend of August or June 6th. Aim for June 6th. If you're
Okay.
coming up here and you can make that work, aim for June 6th. It's about to be the block party or the secret block party that I just
Let's see.
released.
Yeah.
It's not for me, it's for the people. But the people told me I need to call it the block party because my name is the block. Look, we're coming close to the end. It's been great talking to you. I
Mhm.
appreciate the energy. You got to come out for a candid conversation so we could talk to you about the artist behind the art. And then yeah, man, we'll make some things happen.
Yeah, let's do that, bro. Let's do it. Make it happen, man. Thanks for having me, man.
No problem, King. Bless up. Hail
All
to the
right, bless.
family. All right. Take it easy.